aggressive there.
I see what you're saying. Okay, well played, sir. Very good. Don't even know if that place is open, actually. It might be, I'm not sure.
If it's not, then there's something wrong in Melbourne, huh?
That's it. Liam Jehu picking up the Queen 6 off on the button. He's going to call, and Brad's picked up the A7 off. Okay. Appreciate anybody downstairs. If they're going to stick around for the extra 20 minutes to drive me home later on tonight, I'd very much appreciate that. I don't particularly want to be walking home at 4 a.m. That's what time we finish this event. So if anybody down in the studio can stick around and help me get home, I would appreciate it. We have been calling the action here for coming into the 11th hour.
Maybe the guy that was going to call a HSB can order you an Uber.
I can always get an Uber. I know I can do that. It's not too far to walk, but there's somebody downstairs who wants to stick by me, or at least get me home. I'd appreciate it. So we are playing heads up here. We do apologise for the technical glitch we just had before. We are going to try and load up the chats up here in the commentary booth. So if Seth has got a moment to be able to add those chats in on our screen upstairs here in the commentary booth, I would appreciate it. There's a couple of Red Bulls have been ordered to this final table.
For 6 months, people will come up to pick up. I've never seen you before.
Shout outs to Seth downstairs, who really has done a phenomenal job with the stream tonight. We have encountered a few technical difficulties and he's worked through them to the best of his ability.
Yeah, he's navigated them very well.
Deep into the morning too, so it's not just a 9 to 5 job. This is a 9 till whenever it finishes type of job, and good on him for providing all of you at home the footage.
It raises to 360.
Let's go, Liam! Let's go, Liam!
All right, so
Let's go, Liam!
all the chats are now back up and going, I believe.
The result of the open-ender was Brad turned top pair.
Yes,
I think
correct.
it went check, and then the river was a queen, and Liam check folded.
Correct, wait.
Ryan says, cheers, gents, for getting me through this first night shift after a long weekend. Quietly hoping the heads up gets me through something else.
Cool.
Appreciate it.
We have been
Glad to give you the commentary for this fantastic event.
Yep. Now, we have been told from the studio downstairs there might be a couple of hands that don't have any graphics, so apologies there for people who are hoping to see some graphics. You do have to reload all the software and then sort of superimpose them on the screen, so it does take a couple of minutes for us to get that information up for you.
And it's Mod says, was there another giveaway? And there actually was when we got heads up. We did forget about it in the excitement of the...
Sure. Okay.
In the excitement of the stream resetting and all that stuff happening.
Right. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do that last giveaway at 3:05 local time.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm probably stressing out Seth downstairs if he's still got that notepad open with the winners.
Really? Yeah, I hope that didn't get deleted in the excitement.
Now, I might just double check with Seth if he's still got that notepad. If he does, that would be great. I know he did save it somewhere on the computer.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can bring that back up, that would be ideal. I'm sorry, Seth, for making it so difficult for you.
He does have it.
No, he doesn't. It's not there. No, that was for the Ace Queen of Hearts hand from earlier, as Bradley called a raise from Liam Jehu pre-flop. Brad's flopped the open ender and Liam Jehu had pocket 9, so that's the giveaway there. Beautiful.
Beautiful. Okay, so for this one, do you want me to come up with the question, or?
Yeah, okay, yeah, we do have that. We'll get to that in just a second. Let's call the action here as the ace peels off on the turn. Check from Brad Goodman.
Brad flops an open ender here.
He does, and Liam Jehu had the pocket 9, so Liam raised it pre-flop and Brad decided to come along.
Yep.
It's gone check, bet from Liam, call, correct, and check from Brad out of position. Action back on Liam with the pocket 9s as the ace of hearts peels off on the turn.
7 bets.
It's going to bet 475 into Brad.
Yeah, he's just targeting a lot of Brad's draws, trying to get a call out of a 6 or a 3. I think he suspects that Brad's very often check raising a 10 on the flop, just given the way he's been playing. So, and he's not too scared about an ace heads up with these really wide ranges.
Mm-hmm. Brad got that natural. I love that natural. The 4-5, the two side 4-5. Got to love that hand. And great job from Seth downstairs. So shout outs to him, man. He's doing a phenomenal job. He's got the stream back up and going. He's got the notepad with the giveaways going.
Mm-hmm. And Brad comes
Have a
in
look at Brad.
with a check raise here.
C3 raises.
Personally, I love this from Brad.
I think this is a great play as well.
Puts on maximum pressure onto Liam. He's got the pocket 9s.
2
2 overcards on the board.
Yeah, he's gone for such a small raise here. And now Liam's in a really,
Pardon me.
really tough spot.
Can Liam decipher this one from Brad Goodman?
You're really
Here's
not
the
loving
question.
life with pocket 9s here,
No,
that's for
definitely
sure.
not.
But the raise is so small.
Wow, and Liam's going to call.
I don't blame him for calling.
Right, so Brad needs to find a deuce or a 7 at the river to make his straight. Here comes the river down and dirty, and it brings in the Queen of Hearts. So another overcard to Liam's pocket 9s, and can Brad
Can Brad pull the trigger here?
pull the trigger? Yeah, good shout from Luke Martinelli.
Oh. I mean, feels like the only size is all in, but it also feels like doesn't have too many value hands.
No, he shuts down.
He does shut it down.
He whiffs it, shuts
Yeah.
it down. Liam's going to show him the pocket 9s.
Let's go, lads! Come on! Let's go,
I think when
lads!
you raise so small in the turn there, you're almost forced to bluff river just because you've kept so many of Liam's hands in. You know, I think if you check raise to 3.5x on the turn or something like that,
Yep.
and Liam's kind of forced to fold his pocket 9s, now you can consider checking just because maybe you think that Liam's range is so strong.
Right.
Let's go,
But I think when you min raise so small there, you just keep in a wide variety of Liam's potential hands, and with 5 high, you're obviously never winning the pot. So
Okay.
you might have to pull the trigger there.
Okay, final giveaway.
Yep,
Luke
but-
Martinelli.
okay.
All right, at 3:05 until 3:10, 5-minute window.
Okay.
Okay, 5-minute window only.
There is a very famous poker player, Hall of Famer.
Just
who-
just before we get to it, Luke, if you don't mind.
Okay.
So it's between 3:05 and 3:10 to get your answers in.
Okay, yep.
It is for a $200 food and beverage package going towards your main event buy-in. It will be my last giveaway. I'm not doing any more giveaways. This is the last time.
Monkey's tapped out. The wallet's empty.
The wallet's
He's-
absolutely empty.
He's had enough.
But
Spent-
we're going to throw a little bit more giveaways back to everybody who's stuck by us through the technical difficulties deep into the evening. It's 3:05 in the morning. You've got 5 minutes to do it. Luke, what is the question for somebody to be able to win that last and final package, that $200 going towards your main event seat here?
This one might be a little bit tricky as well. It's not,
Okay.
it's not as much of a gimme as the other ones. I
Fine.
think. It's a bit of a okay. So there's a very famous poker player. He's a Hall of Famer. It's his birthday today, and he's turning 60.
Who is that poker player?
Who is that poker player?
There you go. All the correct answers. Chuck them into the comments on Facebook Live, YouTube, and on Twitch.
An Australian poker Hall of Famer, I should say.
Sure. You could go out that way if you want. You might have a dual citizenship or nationality.
Just might.
For a little bit of a tip there. 3:05 a.m. here, local time. You've got until 3:10 a.m. to put in your answers across 3 different platforms: YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. So good luck to anybody who's entering into that competition.
Everyone's hitting the Google right now. Yep, ask your chat GPT. It might just spit out the correct answer.
That's correct. Can the studio make sure that we've got... Yeah, we do. Good. Some answers already coming in as...
How are we going to do it if they've spelled the name wrong, but it's
No.
correct in spirit?
Yeah, okay. Correct in spirit, I'll take it.
Okay,
Yeah?
well, if
How's
it's
that
correct
sound?
in spirit, we'll give it to them.
Correct in spirit, no problems. The think that's given away a pretty big clue for those people who might be watching on Facebook Live as to who as to what the correct answer is, just quietly. As Liam Juhu's jammed the pocket fours in, all in to Bradley's face here, who's looking at ace deuce of clubs. So everybody in the chat, you've got 3 more minutes to get your answers in. We're going to do what we've done the entire night and choose one at random. And we won't be cutting the feed until I give that giveaway away.
Obviously, it's not the best kicker, though. Otherwise, it would have already been in.
Brad's actually thinking he might have an ace with a better kicker, which is quite obvious considering he's got the worst kicker with his ace. But in the tank a little bit here, he's got ace deuce of clubs versus the all-in from Liam Juhu. Deep into the evening, he's got a plane to catch to Noumea.
He does.
Today.
That might be factoring into his decision here. He might just decide to flick in the call for that reason.
I think that's a fair call from Luke Martinelli.
You have a very strong hand here, heads up, but it's quite a lot of big blinds that your opponent is jammed for, and it's very possible that the hands that your opponent is jamming almost all have you crushed. So, hurts the fold as suited ace heads up. He does find it.
Yeah, it's a good fold.
C3 folds.
That's a great fold.
Yeah, I think it's a great fold. He does find the fold with the ace deuce.
Yeah. I've been very impressed with the way Brad's been playing. You know, I think we said at the start, he's not a pro, he's a recreational player, but he's definitely in tune with the game.
Yep.
You know, like he's
Fair
been
call.
finding a lot of aggressive raises,
Yep.
a lot of aggressive spots, but he's also, you know, that's quite the disciplined fold there.
I
would
totally
say.
agree.
That's
Totally
quite
agree.
obvious, especially for someone who potentially maybe hasn't played as much heads up
Yep.
as a pro such as Liam has.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you might look down to suited ace and just think, I want to get all my chips in.
Yep.
He did make the good fold.
Yep.
So kudos to him.
Can I pay
Be very impressed with the way
somebody
he's been
20
playing.
bucks, come fucking yell over
Good
here?
shout there from Luke Martinelli, who,
I'll do it for free.
the lucky winner of a hoodie, was given away to try and spell Martinelli, your surname, earlier tonight.
Many people got that one.
Many people did get it, but there's a few people who put a Y in there, one extra L, one less L. They got a bit confused, but there was a winner for that hoodie, which we can recap a bit later on as we get back to the action here. Queen 5, you do have,
You have
one more minute
One more minute
before we choose the winner.
before we lock you out. Jerome says Mia Khalifa. Is it her birthday today? Happy birthday to that lovely lady.
Liam Jew, who got the Queen 5 of hearts. It's getting a bit late as Brad Goodman decides to call. Dearie me. Check back his action, his option, I should say, as Liam has.
Let's get back to the poker.
As Liam has decided to limp in with Queen 5 of hearts. Brad Goodman out with the lead at the moment. It comes ace, 6, 10, 2 clubs. Liam Jew, who needing to find a queen or a 5. It goes check on the flop. Here comes the turn. Down and dirty. Brings in the 4 of hearts. No help to either.
C3 check.
Liam still needing to find one of those 6 outs. He's got to check his option, and Bradley's going to check behind. And the river comes a queen, and Liam Jehu just spikes it. Yeah, all right, why not? Spikes the queen at the river, the second best pair on this board.
It's 3:10. All right, by the way, sorry. So
3:10.
everyone, you are now cut
Locked
off.
out.
All the guesses are done.
We might try and do the random number generator up here with Luke Martinelli after this hand. As Liam has bet out 160k, Brad's got
Yes.
king high to call.
Sorry, Kevin Jiang, you were just a little too late, my friend.
Kevin got coolered right there. I know it's 310, but I said exactly at 310.
Nice river.
And Alan, unfortunately, you're out as well.
Let's go, Liam!
Unless, of course, you're in the other chats.
The correct answer was, of course, Joe Hashem. Happy birthday to a legend.
What's your name?
Yeah, legend. He turns
legend of
60
poker.
today. Yeah, believe it or not, he looks about 45. The guy hasn't
does.
aged in about 20
He
years.
does.
It's crazy.
He does. I want to give him a shout. He did take me out to a very nice dinner in the Bahamas when I was on.
Okay, there we
on
go.
day 3 in my big main event run. I do owe him a dinner
Cammy.
for that. So if he's possibly watching, I'm sure he's got better things to do on his 60th birthday. But you know, if he's in the chat, I will honor. I will honor that. I'll take you out to a nice dinner one day.
Fair enough. All right, now let's go to the random number generator. We need
Let's
to do
see
1 for
which-
Facebook Live, 2 for YouTube, and 3 for Twitch. Everybody's been locked out. Unfortunately, Kevin Jang, you were just a little bit late.
And the number we've rolled is 1, which I
One.
believe is the Facebook chat.
So Facebook chat from Anha above, because unfortunately Alan Nichols came in a little bit late there. I do apologise, but we did do the cutoff at 3:10 on the dot. So we need to make sure we keep it fair for all the players who played in this particular giveaway. So let's have a look from the studio downstairs from Anha above. How many people got the correct answer of Joe Hasham with no duplicate answers in there? Single entries only. If you don't mind scrolling up on the chat, and then we're going to choose it at random. Maddie Marshall obviously cannot win either, unfortunately to Maddie. Got a little bit of inside information.
Let's go, Liam.
The correct answer was Joe Hasham. Some pretty good odds here in Facebook Live.
Yeah, there were not too many people
1,
put
2,
the answer
3,
in Facebook Live. The
4.
YouTube chat was the one where it was all, where there was heaps of guesses.
Is it 5 exactly? All right,
five?
so it's 5. All
one,
right.
1 in 5 for $200. That's
1 in
not
5
too
for
shabby.
200. Yeah.
And it's number 5.
Number 5.
So Ethan Benton.
Ethan Benton, which I believe is number 5. Just double check that, please, if you don't mind.
He kind of has to be because he's the last person, right? Yep.
Well, we got Benton. You got to hold on a second. We go, would be the big boy Joe Hasham. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Go upper fraction.
Yep. 4, 5.
5 is correct. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct weight. Ethan Benton.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. You have won the Hospo package. Paid for by me. $200 out of my back pocket straight into yours.
And I'll just do one more quick check of the YouTube subs. I have a feeling we're not quite 909.
909. Okay.
It's going to have to be another stream before we hit that 1K.
So Ethan Benton in the Facebook Live has won that $200 hospitality.
And he's asking can we give it to Bradley Goodman. My friend, are you not watching the stream? He does not need it. He's at least got 41K in his pocket, and he's battling for 66. So if I was you, I would just take it and use it yourself, my friend.
Brad also here flopping the flush draw Queen High with an overcard. Sorry for the speed up. This is the GFX just catching up to the action, which we knew there was going to be a small technical issue with.
But I think we should be mostly all good now.
Jason Sheen coming in. Joey Hash, yeah. I don't want to use the other phrases.
I wonder what happened to cause it to break. Maybe someone on the rail took over a wire or something.
Yeah. It could happen when you've got a bit of a rail going on at 4:15. Oh, sorry, 3:15 in the morning. The correct answer there was Joe Hasham. He turned 60 today. The guy doesn't look a year over 45, I can tell you that much, for free. And the winner of that one was Ethan Benton, who's asked to give it to Brad Goodman, but like Luke Martinelli said, playing for 66,000 up top with 41,300 locked up for second. I don't think he really needs it.
He said, I was just playing along for the fun of it. I won't play the main. That's okay. I think you just come down and claim it, and you can probably use it for other tournaments or whatnot. I mean,
is there any event down here, Ethan, that you might want to play? Because I might be able to honour it on a separate event if you can't play the main. I did make a slight caveat at the start when I was giving away the main, that it had to be used for the main, but I could probably honour it in another event if you are coming down to play any of the events down here at Play Live. Just let me know in the Facebook Live chat, and I'll let you know whether or not I can honour it in another game. It has to go towards a food and beverage package, however, so just bear that in mind. I think maybe the 6 Max is a $200 food and beverage, so you could probably use it for the 6 Max if you can come down tomorrow and play that. Tomorrow, meaning today, I believe. It's Wednesday, yes.
it is today.
So if you want to come in today, you could use it towards the 6 Max, which starts at 4:15 p.m. It's a $1,500 buy-in, $1,300 plus $200. As we are heads up here, down to the final 2 players. Liam Jehu takes on Bradley Goodman. We do apologise for a couple of technical glitches we are having with the streaming service at the moment. Boys downstairs are working on that. flop cams and all of that are a little bit delayed, but it looks like we might be catching up, or there might be a rebuffer of this stream shortly.
He rarely comes to Melbourne to play poker, as he has 4 kids with 2 under 2. You know what? That's a fair excuse.
Fair
I think.
enough. Fair enough.
I guess we'll have to save the giveaway for another stream.
Well, look, he's won it.
He's
Legit.
won it. Okay.
So, look, I tell you what.
If you're ever here, I mean, that 200 is going to be in your account, I suppose. I don't know.
I'll tell you what, I'll make it a little bit better for you, Ethan. How's this sound? I'll find your name on Facebook just for you because you have won this legitimately.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try and hit you up right now. Hi, Ethan. If you've seen me on, I'm trying to message you right now, actually, as a matter of fact, on Messenger. So if you see my little message coming through, I'll be more than happy to honour some sort of an arrangement with you.
I wonder if the kids are keeping him awake and that's why he's tuned into the stream.
It's actually a beautiful photo he's got in his Facebook
Is it?
profile. Yeah, it's
Let me
all of his
have
kids
a-
and Santa.
let me
It's
have a look.
nice hand by Ethan here. I have messaged you on Facebook, Ethan, so if you can reply back to me there, I'd appreciate it. And maybe me and you can come to some sort of an arrangement. There he is, coming back with the hello. If you don't mind following the action for me, whilst I take care of this, Lukey.
Absolutely. And Liam's just been chipping away at Bradley in this heads up. He's just been having the best hand much more often. That's the way a lot of these heads up games goes, unfortunately.
Just asking Ethan here. I don't think he's going to care too much that I'm going to tell the chat here about the DM message to him. I said, give me your pay ID and I'll ship you $200. So
That's Monkey for you guys.
there we go. So he sent me through the pay ID and you're going to receive $200 in approximately a minute and a half. Congratulations to you, Ethan, for taking down that final major prize of the evening. Coming in absolutely clutch with the Joe Hasham. Doesn't play poker all that often. He's got a family, few kids. He's got 4 kids under 2. Oh, sorry, 4 kids with 2 under 2, I should say.
Yeah, just shout us a beer next time you're in Melbourne, and then we'll call it square.
There it is there, coming straight into your bank account as we speak. Maybe just give us a thumbs up in the chat to see that you've received it. It has come through as a Pay Ozco through my phone, so you should have already got it by now. Just refresh that bank balance and you'll see an extra $200 coming straight in your back pocket from me, Josh Monk, right here. Congratulations, Ethan Benton, for getting it done. As we get back to the action here anyway, Brad Goodman with the 10-5 off in the dealer button. First to act in heads-up poker. Just going to limp in. Liam's going to check back his option with the Queen 8. Off to the flop we go.
Very strong hand, heads up. Queen 8 suited. It's in the window. Flops the 8.
And Liam Jehu flopping bottom pair here with backdoor flush draw. Brad picking up basically not much. He needs to find a 10 or backdoor cards to make a straight.
We are having some audio errors with the stream. Can you hear that? There's a bit of jitteriness.
Yeah, that's just the GFX playing up a little bit.
Oh, because that's what I think. This is around when the stream crashed.
Yeah,
like in
exactly
real
right.
time.
In real time, correct.
Yeah, so that may be why we're seeing some issues.
So we do apologise if you're getting a bit of that distorted audio down the table mic. Right, it looks like Seth downstairs is actually trying to turn off the audio mic downstairs.
So maybe only we can hear it.
Correct. So maybe we can just hear it. So it might be a bit dull. You might just be hearing Luke Martinelli and myself, Josh Monk, calling the remainder of this without any table chatter coming through on that table mic. As Liam bets out 160K and Brett's just going for a raise. Okay. Mixing it up a little bit on a King Jack 8 board. Don't know what Brad's trying to represent here, but doesn't stop him from putting in a raise here on the flop.
Yeah.
Liam Jehu with bottom pair, backdoor spades working for him, like I said before.
I'd say it's unconventional for Liam to lead bottom pair here. He's gotten raised. He's continued with bottom pair and a backdoor flush draw. He's turned an absolute gin.
Well, have a look at that card.
Straight
actually.
flush draw.
Yeah, true. But have a look at that card for Brad. He picks up a 10 on the turn.
Yeah,
So
it's such an interesting card. Brad just shoves. Does he? No.
No. I think it's just gone check at the river.
Oh, it's gone check. Oh, he rivered the spade.
He
and
did
checked
river the
again
spade.
and then checked down. Okay, I see.
So I think it just went check, and Liam was hoping that Brad was going to have a bluff at it. He didn't. He
I
checked
think
it
so
behind.
too, yeah.
And Liam's going to show him the queen high flush that gets there at the river when the 7 of spades hits.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry for that. We are dealing with some technical glitches late into the evening. We do apologise. I know you guys want to see the conclusion of this just as much as we do.
And Liam has a massive 4-1 chip lead now.
And Liam, like you said, huge chip lead. 4-1 against Bradley, but don't count Bradley out.
Absolutely not.
And Ethan, if you don't mind letting me know whether or not you've received that money, I'd appreciate it. Should be there already. Just clears my conscience just in case it hasn't hit already. But it did say Ozco in the payment, so I believe it should be
So
there.
you got him?
I hope so, yep. Ryan Peters coming in there saying, wait, table audio is a bit messed up. Commentary is all good. So, yes, we do know that the table audio is a bit distorted down the microphone. We do apologise for that. It's just one of those glitches we do have when we restart the software.
Liam says, waking up with my baby for a bottle. This is not the heads up I expected. Yeah, unfortunately, you missed me cursing Amin, saying that I thought he was going to win. And that very quickly followed by him busting out in third.
Liam Jew, who jams it all in. And Brad Goodman's actually picked up a hand, ace-5. I think he has to call this one off.
He does. I think this could be the match, right?
Could be, potentially. If Brad calls this off with ace-5 and Liam can find a king or a 4 and hold, that's all she wrote for Bradley Goodman, who will be out in second place and straight to the airport to go to Noumea with 41,300 to his name. I know he's in for a few bullets, but off to Noumea, basically straight from here to the airport, I'd imagine. But with 41,300 to his name, if he does get bust here,
He'll have a
he
nice
does
holiday,
call.
that's for sure.
Here we go.
He does call.
So it's ace-5 versus king-4. Bradley out in front. He flicks him in. He likes the spot that he's currently in. So Liam Jehu trying to put Bradley out of contention to win this event with the king-4 off versus the ace-5 off to the flop. Here we go.
Let's see. The dealer's teasing us here. Okay.
And the flop comes 3, 5, 8, two hearts.
Only a king will do it. I think.
Good flop for Brad.
Brad's got the hearts covered.
4 on the turn. He can
okay.
also hit a 4 now at the river for Liam Jehu. Here comes the river down and dirty, and it brings in a deuce. And Brad's going to get a full double through.
He is.
Right, there we
And
go.
We've now got a match in our hands. For the people that are excited about that, there will be more. There will be more heads-up action playing for 25K.
Gives me a golden opportunity to give a little bit of a shout out to the Shaheen brothers, Simon and Jason Shaheen. Jason's actually sent me a message on WhatsApp saying, I'm listening to you right now. He's logged in at 3:15 in the morning.
We're putting him to sleep.
Pardon me. Yes, we have.
Paris says, OMG, the curse was actually real. Yep, you called it in. You made me curse him in out. And then he also says, do you like the jam with King 4-0 for 20, or would you play it differently versus Brad? I'm not sure how I feel about that jam, actually. As you can see, Brad did tank with a hand as strong as ace-5-0 for a fold, which possibly might indicate to me that he's calling a little bit tighter than you're supposed to.
Yep.
That being said, you might feel as the resident pro that you have such an edge on him that you don't need to take a high bearing spot like a jam. That being said, if he's calling tight enough, it might actually be lower variance to jam if he's folding enough of his hands. So it really depends on what Liam thinks about Brad's calling range. I think I personally would have possibly taken a lower variance approach just to min raise. I don't think, or min raise or a limp. I don't think Brad's going to necessarily be attacking that with enough free bets to make it unprofitable. So I might have played a little bit differently, but I think the EV difference between jam and call and limp are all pretty similar with a hand like King 4 there. That's for sure. It's just more of just a flavor of how you want to play it.
Yeah.
And Kevin Zhang says, did Luke play this event? I sure did. If you go all the way to the start of the stream, you will see me make a bad fold against Liam to then get bad beat out of the tournament. So I did play this tournament, yes.
Yes, he found the jacks, couldn't find the call, and then
yeah, he owned me. He owned me
because Liam owned him. And
at least he's going to win the tournament with the chips. So I have to give him credit for that.
So he had the jacks, and then I believe it was the next hand or the hand after he found the tens. And Brad Goodman, actually the guy who's playing heads up against Liam, found the ace-3 of clubs, jammed it all in. He finds the tens here. Luke Martinelli puts it in. Flop came with 2 clubs. The club on the turn was all she wrote for Luke Martinelli, who busted without making any money in this event, and then jumped into the max late reg of the PLO, shot a bullet there, and half an hour later he was back up here in the com booth. Correct?
Yep, that is how my day has gone so far.
So negative 6K for Luke Martinelli and negative about $500 or a little bit more for me in the com booth doing the giveaways. Probably a little bit more, probably closer to 650 actually, something like that, give or take. So you've 10x'd me, but that's okay. It's all relative. As Liam Jihu picks up.
My 5K is going to Liam Jihu's pocket.
There you go. Well, possibly.
Possibly, sorry.
Yeah.
Possibly, I should say.
Liam Jihu picks up the 8-4 off.
Liam and Brad are chopping it up, let's put it that way.
That's a better way of putting it. And Bradley Goodman's got the 7-4 off.
Maybe one of them can take me out to dinner.
Seems reasonable. As the flop comes down, 3 of diamonds with a couple of queens, no help to either player. Believe it or not, Liam out in front with 8 high. So it's 7-4 versus 8-4. Bradley looking at 3 outs.
One of these
Liam's
typical
just
heads
gonna
up
bet it.
spots where you've got a very bad hand against an even worse hand.
Yeah.
And the more aggressive player usually ends up taking that down.
Kudos to the rail for railing Liam Jihu and Brad Goodman here. It is now 3:30 a.m. Wednesday morning. They're sticking by their mates.
They got to have a piece, right?
Yeah, they might. Yeah,
That's the only thing
they
that
probably got a
would keep me
pace.
up. That's the only thing that would keep me up till 3:30.
Good call.
Right now.
They probably do have a piece of Liam's action. Maybe not. Who knows?
Maybe they're just really good mates.
Maybe they're just really, really good mates, mate. As we get back to the action here, Bradley Goodman picking up Jack 4 suited. First to act, he's on the button. Heads up poker. In spades. And Liam's just going to jam it back in his face with ace-6 of spades. And
Yeah, for 30 blinds.
Brad's obviously going to put that in the bin. As X Omni comes into the Twitch chat at 3:31 a.m. Not poker related, but can I ask Mr. Martinelli what he thinks about what he thinks of the Regent in
Slay the Spire?
Yeah.
Oh, we've got a bit of a... I wonder how we knew about that. A new game did just recently get released, Slay the Spire 2.
Okay.
And, it's one
I've
of my
got
favorite.
no idea what you're talking about there.
It's a deck builder. It's a roguelike deck builder. I don't know if you know that genre of game.
I'm 41 years of age. Don't worry about it.
Slay the Spire 1 was like one of the most popular games of 5 years ago or something. And they've just recently released the second one.
Okay,
I've
there you
been
go.
playing it quite a bit.
So what do you think of Regent?
What I think of Regent, I think he's a great character. He's a bit broken. I think they need to do some balancing, especially on the lower ascensions. that's my opinion of. I've made some quite broken decks with him.
Right. Okay. Whatever that means. Hopefully that answers your question there, X Omni, in the Twitch chat.
Yeah,
Lee Warren is woken up from his nap.
You can join me for my Slay the Spire stream after this. I'll be streaming it from home.
Lee Warren had a kip earlier, comes back at the crucial time of this event, heads up. So welcome back into the chat there on Facebook Live. For Lee Warren, he went out for a kip about 6 or 7 hours ago. Must be nice and fresh now at 3:30 in the morning. So he's back, boys.
Maybe we can get him in the commentary booth. Looks like if I have an STS2 stream, I'll have one viewer at a minimum.
Yep. The girlfriend, right? Or something
Well,
like that, maybe.
No, whoever this ex-Omni gentleman is.
Sure, there you go.
I presume it's a gentleman.
Yeah.
If I had to look at our Twitch chat demographics, I would say it's probably
Fair enough.
95% men.
Male, yeah, fair enough.
That'd be my guess. Who knows?
Kipper means having a nap. Having a kip means having a nap. To answer that question, Anha. It's more of a European phrase as opposed to an Australian one. They kind of use it over in the UK a little bit more than here. Having a kip. It's an old school term. Do you play any other games, Luke Martinelli? Because my favourite of all time that I've been playing on basically every single console for the last 25 years is a game called Super Smash Brothers.
Super Smash Brothers?
I'm telling you, it is the nut game. Nut game.
I think I used
Number
to play
one.
that. I used to play that on the Nintendo 64 back in
Nut game. You
Back
should
in the
see
day.
it. You should see it now. Switch to
at my cousin's place. They had a Nintendo 64.
Right.
I think I remember that. Yeah.
I've been playing that game with the same group of boys now since I was 14. So 27 years ago, we were playing
Damn.
that game. Yeah, it's a long time. We've gone through every single console of that particular game. We got stats that probably go bigger than a Min's last, year's winnings.
Longer than his Hendon mob.
Yeah, exactly. Longer than his Hendon mob. We've been playing that game to nauseum, and we still actually get around it probably once every 3 weeks and
That's a bit of
put
fun.
in a session. Some of my mates have also got kids, and those kids now play the game as well. So
Really?
we're trying to pass it down generation to generation.
Well,
but
do you play it on PC now, or do you play it
no, we played on the Switch too.
On the Switch too?
Yeah, on the console.
on the console?
But we've now got adult money. You see, it makes it a little bit different. Back then, when I was 14 years of age, we had those box TVs. The biggest TV you could buy was like 32 inches, and now you can't buy a 32-inch TV because they just don't exist, basically. And now we're playing it on like 100-inch screens from Panasonic and
It'd probably be
OLED
cheap.
and
It's probably
stuff.
cheaper to buy a bigger TV, honestly.
True.
Um,
So it was called in the small blind by Liam Juhu, who had 9-3 of clubs. Bradley checked his option back. Thought comes King 4.
Liam just takes it down with 9 high.
Liam just takes it down, like you said, with 9 high. But Super Smash Brothers, what a game.
It's just a little bit past my time, I think.
Oh, man.
Just a little bit. I was more in the PS2 era.
Sure.
I used to play GTA back in the day.
Okay.
Call of Duty,
Okay.
MW2.
Right, okay.
That was my jam.
Right.
These days, I'm less of I'm more of an RPG kind of guy. I like playing. I like the story. I like the good graphics. I like that kind of thing.
Yep.
And Slay the Spire is like my one little deck builder game that I play that I've just recently picked
Okay.
up on last year.
Nice answer. And no problems whatsoever. You learn something new every day. Much appreciated. No problem at all. That's what we're here to do in the commentary booth at 3:35 a.m. local time.
Appreciate everyone for sticking with us. I know it's late, and a lot of people have work, and a lot of people just want to go to bed. But
He says that as he looks over at me as I'm wiping the sleep out of my eyes as we've gone near 12 hours on this stream. So trying to get it done for you guys at home who have stuck by us the entire night.
we're pushing through.
We very much appreciate everybody listening in to us, tuning in. For your sake and for ours, we hope that this event draws to a conclusion relatively soon. I would hope that this doesn't make it to the 5 a.m. spot, but you never know with poker. There's, 20, call it 80, Trying to find out how many bigs there is. 82, is that correct? 82 bigs in play?
There is. I think the blinds just went up.
They have
It's
50K,
just
100K, 100K.
The structure for this is just so insane. That's why they're still so deep this late into the night.
Yep.
How many runners? It's actually not in the corner. It's 41 runners
Yeah,
for this
41,
event
41 total entries.
for an 188K prize pool.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see in the corner, at the bottom of your screen right now.
Flop comes a couple of sixes and a deuce. No help to either player. Jack 3 versus Jack 7 heads up.
Yeah.
Liam Dew, who just called out a small blind. Bradley Goodman check back his option in the big. It's going to go check, check on the flop, check, check on the turn. No help to either player. The ace on the turn, I should say, as another spade peels off at the river, the 10 of spades. Liam's going to show Jack 7.
Ends up being a chop.
Ends up being a chop is correct weight. So chop it up, Buttercup. Luke Martinelli joining me, Josh Monk in the booth, calling us one out. We have been here for, it will take 11 hours, so we very much appreciate everybody sticking by us as we're calling out the action. Eyes are getting a little bit wary. I'm not going to lie to you, Luke Martinelli. And I've got a pretty big day tomorrow, so...
I'm regretting some of those beers I had earlier.
Right,
I
okay.
will say, just because it is making me a little bit sleepy. But
Probably-
as a poker player, I'm very well equipped to deal with tiredness.
Late nights, yeah.
Late nights, yeah.
Sure.
Ethan, he just wants to see Brad make a miracle comeback.
Right, okay.
I love the childlike wonder and awe of, wanting to see the underdog win.
Yep.
That's great.
And Ha's going to have a kip himself now. Keep up the entertaining commentary, boys. Night, yo. Appreciate that from
Appreciate
Anha.
it. Thank you very much. I was heads up with him in the opening event. Managed to take the win off him.
Oh, geez. Oh,
Yep,
brutal.
so appreciate him.
Good for
sticking
you,
through
but
it.
brutal for him, yeah?
You were there.
I was there,
You were
yeah.
there.
I didn't want to
Monkey-
say
Monkey
anything
was
about
on the rail.
Liam Dew picking up the ace king. Why not for something different? Picking
Why
up
not?
another monster. Heads up here as Bradley's decided to limp in on the button first to act in heads up poker with the 7-4 of hearts. And Liam Dew, who's just going to jam it straight in Bradley's face. And
Liam jammed that, did he?
yeah, I believe so. He did, and Brad's just going to fold.
Oh, no. He raised,
He'd raised it.
450.
Okay, there was a bit of a
yeah.
catch up there.
I don't think Liam would waste a hand
Yeah,
as good
no
as
way.
ace king.
Yeah.
When you're heads up, you want as much action as possible.
Yep.
You don't want to just jam it over the top and make him fold all his junk. At least at 30 bigs.
X Omni's made a comment there in Twitch.
He identifies as a slay the spire sexual. Okay. Well,
There you go. So
That's good for a slay the spire stream viewer, I suppose. That's what.
just got to duck out for half a second if that's okay. Just need
No
to stretch
stress.
the legs a bit here,
Get some
Martinelli.
Get
Blood going.
Get the oxygen flowing.
Yeah, that's it. You know it.
Liam picking up the pocket eights. Obviously a very, very strong hand heads up. And he's just chipping away at Brad here. Brad flops a whole lot of nothing, is most likely just going to check fold, while Liam flops middle set. An extremely strong hand heads up, and he does decide to try and get a little bit of extra value out of it by checking back. Unfortunately, that river doesn't help him get more action. I think he's just going to bet and take it down now. Just takes it down. I think we're seeing Liam's experience here. No audio. There is no audio for the stream just because it's a little bit choppy because of the technical difficulties that we faced. So unfortunately, it's just my commentating. you don't get to hear the rail explode every time Liam wins a pot, which has been happening. I just think he's got such a strong hand. He just wants to start building the pot with the hand like a set of eights. You know, there's so many. Yeah, Brad's been playing quite weird. If you bet there, you give him the chance to get a check raise in. He played trappy on the flop just because the board was so dry. Now there's a lot of draws that he can get value out of. Not necessarily because he's scared of straight and flush draws, but more just because he wants to get value out of them. I think is more what Liam's thinking there.
Sorry about that. Thank you very much for holding the fort for me there, Martinelli. Just need to shake out the DVT coming through the legs because I've been sitting on this couch now a good part of 11 hours. It's like a long flight to Vegas. But I'm feeling a bit pumped up now as Liam Juhu picks up just another hand, flops top and bottom pair.
Top and bottom.
5 of hearts on the turn, no help to Brad. He's got no equity now. The Queen 3 of diamonds cannot win the hand at all unless he decides to have a bluff at it.
And I think the fatigue is starting to hit Bradley just a little bit. He was playing a lot more aggressively earlier on.
Mm-hmm.
He was playing a lot of check raises, a lot of flop 3 bets. He was really kind of feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't blame him. I mean, he's been playing for almost 12 hours now.
Mm-hmm.
I think the war of attrition is starting to bear down on him a little bit, and he's starting to. You can kind of see it in his body posture, the way he's playing hands. He's not really fighting for every pot as he was earlier in the hand. And honestly, that's one of. I mean, it's a mind sport, right?
Yeah,
that's one of the things that
you'd have the stamina to be able to see it through the endurance.
That's almost as important as being a good poker player itself, right? It's just it's a completely separate skill. You can be the best poker player in the world and have absolutely no stamina. They're not necessarily correlated at all. And I think this is where Liam, given that he's just so experienced in these spots, is kind of starting to pull away. Like a lot of Brad's actions are very quick. He's snap checking back. He's not really considering every option.
Liam Juhu picking up the up and down here on the flop. As you can see, all of his outs, top right-hand corner, 13 outs.
I think Brad might also be thinking about his flight and his holiday, which I definitely can't blame him for. Yeah,
I definitely can't blame him either. You'd be going to that holiday with an extra $41,000 in his skyrocket.
Minimum.
So, yeah, minimum $41,000, obviously. I mean, he can still take out this event, no problems whatsoever. He's down to 19 bigs, and Liam's got a pretty decent chip lead, but...
Liam himself was down to 8 bigs just a couple of hours ago, so...
It is, you know, the funny thing is, it is no limit hold'em, yeah? Anything can happen in this game. It's dead set, anything can happen. Actually, Ash Ovens, you can see leaning against the rail with the black shirt on, cap on backwards. A little bit of a story about him in the opening event. He was down to 3K.
Oh, I did hear about this.
Bagged 52 or 53K, went on to come second for 17,500. Another can't make it up story of epic proportion.
Love it, huh?
And I believe somebody told me it was the biggest win of his career.
Oh,
so
here we go. We got an all-in and a snap call.
As Brad Goodman has picked up the pocket fours here against Liam Juhu's ace-10. This could be all she wrote for Brad. As it's ace-10 versus the pocket fours. He needs the fours to hold here. Here comes the flop. It comes 4 deuce king. And Brad just flops a set. Yeah, sure. Why not? And the turn card's the 8 of clubs, I should say. No help to Liam. And a repeat 8 in the river. And Brad Goodman makes the full house.
Just like that, they're even stacked.
Fours full of 8s. And bang, like that. All of a sudden, Brad Goodman, even stacked against Liam Juhu, finds the 4 on the flop. Finds a couple of running 8s to go with it to make a full house. And Brad Goodman, all of a sudden... are now equal in chips, essentially with Liam Juhu as the chip stacks, I should say, get counted down by Jem, who's in the dealer's chair.
We might be in for a longer night yet. Buckle in, boys.
So Brad getting the full double through there. I apologise for a little bit of a hiccup in the commentary there. I was trying to swallow a lozenge at the same time I was calling the action. So I got my tongue a bit twisted there, and I know I've
We're
been
all
in here for 12
professionals
hours.
here. I had to give him the Heimlich maneuver. He spat the lozenge all over the TV, and now we're back to calling the action. So hope you didn't miss us too much.
That did not happen, but it was a nice bluff. Nice bluff for the viewers at home. Getting back to it, so
I saved Monk's life. He's going to also send me $200 to my bank account now.
good call, man. Liam now picking up the pocket
Pick up the
tens.
pocket tens.
Brad Goodman with the pocket fours just before flopping a set and rivering a full house and getting a full double through Liam.
Absolutely.
And now the chip stacks, as you can see, are basically
Liam just
even.
showing a bit of frustration now. Maybe that double up's going to give Brad a new spurt of energy.
Maybe.
I can imagine. I know that he was getting chipped down. He was losing all these small pots. I'm sure that was dejecting him a little bit. The chip stacks don't look quite right. I think they're just not updated. I believe they're even stacked right now.
CK coming in. I want the Bill Birmingham reenactment of the lozenge. Yeah, kind of like trying to find something to clear out the throat. Found the old blackcurrant lozenge, which was sort of the chewy one. I've gone to try and break through it. My back molars, realised it was chewy, got stuck there. Went for the old Heimlich manoeuvre. But I know what he's referring to. CK is referring to Big Mervyn Hughes putting the tongue down David Boone's throat, I believe. From the Billy Birmingham 12th man.
I wasn't quite getting that.
Yeah, that's where it comes from. I know what he's referring to. I think it was that or Alan Border, one of those two. It's just a bit of a parody of the commentators for the wide world of sports. Back about 25 years ago, way before your time, I'd imagine, Luke Martinelli. You wouldn't know what I'm talking about if I say 12th man to you.
I was born in 96, my friend, so...
Oh, don't worry about it. He was putting out albums back in like 88 or something. So
Okay. Little bit before my time.
yeah, 96. Must be nice, 96, yeah.
Chip count's correct. We're not
Not
100%
quite.
sure.
No, not quite. I think they're more evenly stacked. You could probably count them down.
Yeah.
The orange chips are worth 25K. The greens are worth 100K. The blues are worth 5K. So just looking at the stack there, you're looking at 3, call it 3.5 change, call it 4
Meanwhile,
and change.
Liam just picks up pocket aces here. Sorry to interrupt.
No problem at all.
And Bradley has quite the playable hand.
So Liam Juhu's stack there looked like a 4 and change. As the flop
Okay.
comes down, 3, 4, 8. So
Swap's a little bit of danger for Brad. He's going to have to
Liam's
put
flop,
some chips in here.
Bradley's flop bottom pair, but Liam's got the rockets.
Yeah, I
Brad needs-
like a check back here with aces some of the time.
Tell you what, if a 3 or a 9 peels off here, Liam could go bust in this hand.
Absolutely.
If a danger card like a 3 or a 9 comes off because it's heavily
He does
camouflaged.
He does go for a big sizing instead, which I like on this board. If you are going to bet,
Brad's going to come along. Here comes the
pocket aces
turn.
definitely
Down and dirty.
can mix some checks in.
Jack of Hearts, no help to Brad Goodman, who's still miles behind with his 9-3 that flopped bottom pair on this board. Liam got the pocket aces, heads up. Yeah, what a monster hand. Finds a Jack of Hearts on the turn. He's asking for a quick sneak peek at Bradley's stack. The stacks are slightly off. You can kind of see
So Liam's got 1, 2,
What's
3,
3.5, 3, 6,
3, 6,
plus
4,
500.
4, yeah, and then they're 100 each.
Yeah, so like 4.2 million, give or take.
Yep.
Something like that.
Maybe a little bit more because he's got some in his hand.
And he's going to bet 650 as, believe it or not, at 3:51 a.m. local time, the big man Adam Burke's come in. Hopefully to drive me home. No, he's forgotten his bag. You can't make that up.
Berkey comes out of the wild.
He's forgotten his bag. He's left it in the
I
com booth
think
here.
he's going to drop me off at home too. Fingers crossed.
I think the big man himself has to drive up to Canberra in a few hours' time, so hopefully he's refreshed enough to go and do that drive. As Brad Goodman here is looking at 650K to call. Liam Juhu with the best of it at the moment.
He's got
Pocket
the best-
aces, he's got the best
in
hand
poker.
possible. Yep, correct. And if Brad decides to make this call, can he find a 9 or a 3? If he finds a 9 or a 3, this could be game, set, match for Liam if he does find a call here. He's talking to himself a little bit. I know you guys at home can't hear the table audio. We have turned or flicked that off because it's coming down very staticky down. We can actually kind of hear it slightly in the comm booth here, and it's coming a bit staticky down the stream. So we've decided to turn it off so you guys at home don't get tilted.
He does make a good fold.
Brad does make a fold there. Chip counts are slightly off. I believe Liam Jehu's probably up to about, how big was that pot, give or take?
I think it was like about 1.3 million or something.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure.
So what do you have in front of him? For like 4.2.
Sorry, maybe it was 1.8 million. And he bet the pot was 1.2 million. And he bet 650k or something.
Right.
Like
okay. Fair enough. So Brad's stack is obviously slightly off. I'd imagine. I'll double check that.
Because I thought he doubled up to 40 bigs, but then he only had 20 bigs in this. Maybe.
We'll just see if we can eye it off.
It's hard to. The camera hasn't really been zooming in on Brad's stack too much, so we haven't really been able to tell. Here we go. He's got 1, 2, 2.2. Yeah, 2.
So it could be right.
It could be right.
Yeah, it could actually be right.
Maybe the initial all in when Jehu jammed the King 4.
Yep.
Brad was actually shorter than what we thought.
That makes sense.
That also makes sense for why he jammed King 4 as well, compared to 18 bigs, where he must have only had like 11 or 12 bigs.
I like this from Brad Goodman. He's decided to limp in here with pocket 8s and camouflage his hand a little bit. Liam's going to just push in the chips, and the flop comes King,
Gets
Queen,
out-flopped.
Deuce, and he gets out flopped with those pocket 8s. Liam Jehu out in front with top pair. He's got to check his option first to act. Background to Brad, who's got the pocket 8s, 3 side, dot. The Ash Guptas. He's got 2 outs, as you can see, top right-hand corner of your screen. The 8 of hearts or the 8 of spades. He's going to bet out 225. Action back on Liam.
He makes a big bet.
Facing this bet.
He bets almost pot,
And
actually.
Liam's going to come along.
Liam does call.
Here comes the turn down and dirty. Brings in the 9 of diamonds, no help to Brad at this moment. Liam Jehu still miles out in front at the moment.
Yeah, I like the slowdown from
And
Brad.
check. Here comes the river. And the 10 of clubs, no help to Brad. It does bring in the 4-liner.
It does.
So we have seen Brad make a couple of plays here when the 4-liner has come down in the past. So if Liam decides to come out with a bet here, could Bradley pull the trigger and try and initiate a bluff? Yeah, Paris picked it up. The Ash Guptas, the 3 side, dot.
He gets snapped off by Brad. Yeah, see, that's kind of what I was saying earlier, where it feels like Brad's getting a little bit tired. He's not really giving these spots the consideration that perhaps they deserve.
Yep.
There's 4 overcards to your pocket 8s, including a 4-liner. Maybe you just want to think about it a little bit more. But, you can't just bluff catch against Liam's missed flush draws, and Liam bet a very small sizing, so you don't have to be right very often to make a profitable call there, even with a hand as weak as pocket 8s.
Blinds here, 50K, 100K, 100K, big blind ante. This is hand number 219, believe it or not, of the feature table. You have been joined this entire evening with Luke Martinelli, myself, Joshua Monk, a.k.a. Monkey. Berkey just came into the comm booth no more than 5 minutes ago, and hopefully we might be able to steal a lift home with him. If possible, he gives the nod of approval. I very much appreciate that, Berkey. I can't be bothered walking home at 4 a.m., but we never know the conclusion of this event as Liam Jehu picks up the ace-jack and Brad Goodman's picked up the queen-jack suited. Oh, right. Okay, so Brad's got to jam it and Liam's got to snap him off. All right, so this could be the hand. Right, so it's queen-jack of clubs versus the ace-jack. Obviously, Liam Jehu out with a massive equity lead here at the moment.
Yeah, this is a big cooler heads up.
And here comes the flop, and the flop comes 4, 8, 4. No help for Bradley. He needs to find a queen ball. Turn card brings in the 6 of diamonds. River card, he just needs to find the queen and the queen only. Otherwise, it's GG. And the ace of spades at the river as the rail goes absolutely bananas. Maybe you guys can't hear that at home, but it is extremely loud down our headphones. As you can see, Everybody ecstatic
Everybody's
for Liam Jew, who takes it down for 66,800. Brad Goodman coming second for 41,300. Straight to the airport for Brad Goodman.
Don't blame him one bit.
Straight off to Noumea. He's gone on a vacation.
He played his heart out,
And high five.
and he's rewarded for 41k.
That's it.
Liam, a clinical heads-up
Yep.
game, I would say. He really displayed why he's the experienced poker player.
Yep.
And he's going to be rewarded for his efforts with a nice little 66k payday.
Yeah, beautiful. 66.8 for first, 41,300 for Bradley Goodman. Hats off to Brad Goodman, who played, in my opinion, quite outstandingly, considering he's up against an elite field of poker players
Absolutely.
in this 5K high roll.
He should,
High roller.
he should hold his head high. To come second in a stacked lineup like this,
And there's the payouts
it's
right
fantastic
there. So
effort. Great effort. Great effort.
trophy for Liam and a water bottle and $66,800 to go with that day for him. That is all she wrote from right here at Play Live Melbourne at 129 York Street, South Melbourne. The Grand Prix Series is on until the end of Monday, March 16th. Come in and play the Six Max tomorrow. There's satellites and there's events all week. You can check that out
Absolutely.
at playlive.melbourne or follow all the action at Play Live on Facebook. That's all she wrote for tonight.
Thanks for
Until
sticking with
next
us.
time.
Thanks for sticking with us, fellas.
Thank you very much,
Good night.
Lukey Martinelli. Good night.